What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel if you're a returning viewer. Welcome to the channel if you are new. Now, I have been restoring my S2000 that I've owned for 10 years now, and you're actually getting a little sneak peek of the interior restoration. But today we're just focusing on the shifter rebuild. Now, I decided to break this up into its own video just because there was a lot of time spent on the shifter rebuild itself, and I didn't want the interior restoration video to get too long and too boring. So today we're just doing the shifter rebuild, and I'm going to show you how to actually access it because it's relatively easy. But basically, you're going to put your e-brake up as high as you can, grab underneath the plastic, pop it up, and then grab the rear and pop it up. Obviously, you want to remove your shift knob prior to doing either of those steps. Then we're going to go ahead and pull this up, unplug the two harnesses, and then slide it out. From there, you have access to your shifter, and we'll go ahead and roll on to that footage that was previously recorded. So next on my to-do list is actually going to be rebuilding the shifter. It's a pretty simple process, but last time I didn't change all the pieces that I wanted to, and we're going to go ahead and do that this time around. Main thing is going to be this foam. It is totally disintegrating at this point. Let's see if we can get it out. This foam functions in a couple of different ways. It keeps noise and heat out of the interior of the car, but right now it's literally just falling apart in pieces. And like I said, 10 years ago this wasn't in really bad shape, so I just left it in. But right now we're gonna go ahead and swap it all out. Okay, let's get this out of here. All right, there's 4 little pointy indicator prongs on this plastic clip that's holding the boot down. And you basically come in from the back side and just try to pry it up a little bit, and we'll pull this right out. Now, I didn't break any of these clips, but we did order a new ring that we're going to put in, and I like to keep all this extra stuff just as spares in the future in case I ever need it and it gets discontinued. At least I know I have something that's still in good usable condition. So we're going to put this off to the side. And we've got one more boot down in here that's going to cover the bolts holding the shifter into the transmission. And we'll have 3 10 mils. Also, keep in mind this shifter is curved this way and the threads are up, so be sure to put it back in the same orientation. Now, I did order the replacement foam. I'm going to take it out of the bag. That way I have somewhere to put the shifter right now when I pull it out. Alright, here is the lower bushing, the spring, and the upper bushing right here. I'm going to pull it out of the car. We'll clean it up and see if it needed to be replaced at all, which I really do think it did. Go ahead and get all of that grease, the old grease, out of there. That way we can pack it with new grease, and then we'll go ahead and do the same on the shifter. Moving on over to the workbench, I want to show you what I did inside of the shifter. It was way too hard, but I went down in with a pick and I just went around multiple rounds and just pulled out all of this grease. So check out this grease. It's very clumpy, very dried out, and just wore out. So this is what you're trying to get out of there and repack it with. We're going to put the Lucas Heavy Duty, the green stuff, which is basically the same type of grease as what Honda uses, and it's more readily available. So right now you're just seeing all the spent grease, and we're going to go ahead and just put this to the side and see what's going on with the shifter. Obviously it's very dirty as well. Let me get these bolts out of the way. So I'm just going to do a quick pass on it, just so we have a better view of what's going on here. Now this spring is, I'm guessing, in good shape. I really don't know. But we're going to clean it up and just put it in the spare parts pile. Like I said, same thing with the white clip on the shifter boot. I'll hang on to stuff like this because it's kind of just oddball things that I know are still good, and if and when they get discontinued, I'll have a spare good part. So we'll put that off on the side and get a fresh rag for this. So this is going to be the main shifter bushing right here. And yeah, it's very, I mean, we got a ton of grease under it as well. So let's pop this off. Obviously I want to be very gentle and make sure that I do not scrape or gouge the ball at the bottom. Oh wow, look at that, completely brittle. So this is what I was expecting with these two plastic parts, just due to the age. That's why we're changing them. Finally, jeez, that was ridiculous. I literally had to break it to get it off. I guess that makes me feel a little bit better that it wasn't clapped out and just came apart in pieces, but still pretty crazy that how hard of a time it gave me. Also, you can see here how the shifter was designed. You can't even replace these parts, so thankfully the grease keeps the boot nice and lubricated. And we'll just get this old grease wiped out so the new stuff can take its place. Armed and ready with the extra heavy duty grease. You can see it's the same color as that Honda urea grease. We need to remember that the shifter was in and kicked out, so it's straight if you're looking at the front of the car, and there is a little notch on this bushing that goes in the transmission, so you could install it incorrectly. So just remember, you've got to put that notch facing forward, and this has to be kicked up the right way. So we're going to go ahead and grease this up right now, and then we'll double check our orientation before pressing it in. So right now I'm just going to be packing the inside. I don't need to get too crazy with it and put it on the outside yet. That way it's just a little easier to move around before we get it into the car. So I want to put a lot right here where the ball will initially contact to go down. And then we'll also put some in here because that is where these rods stick. Okay, so we're well lubed. We've got the notch facing forward. I'm going to clean my hand a little bit so we have some grip. And then I will go ahead and put this in my little vise on the side. All right, nice and easy. I'm gonna clean up some of this stuff that shot out. Guess we could actually just put it onto the shifter itself. Okay, now when it comes to this lower bushing, this is going to require a little special step here. Okay, you saw how hard we had of a time to get this off. So it's really on there, and what that means is it expanded around that ball just to be pressed on. Now I don't want this to crack, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna let it sit in some hot water for a few minutes. I had already let this get hot on the stove, so we're gonna let it sit for a few minutes, and while that is hanging out in the water softening up, we're going to go ahead and grease the transmission. So there's really nothing to this step besides just grabbing a wad of grease and shoving it down in the cavity. Basically, try to get it in everywhere you removed it from. That looks pretty good to me. You don't want to over grease it, but that's plenty right there for sure. And I'll give it just a little wipe down on top before grabbing the camera and bringing you a little closer to check it out. And there it is, fully greased. You can see we got some down at the bottom past the rod, down in and around the cavity as much as I could, and in and around that little pocket where the shifter bushing is going to sit. And then I just cleaned off that machined top part. So now we're going to go ahead and get the bushing out, and we'll see if we can get it pressed onto the shifter. It's a little warm, just how we want it. Let's wipe it down because grease and water are not friends. And we'll get some grease on here. Beautiful. Let's double check for any cracks. And we have none. So we are good to go. We just need to grease the heck out of this, get some up all over the shifter right here, and we'll get it in the car. All right, we are ready to put this in. We got the new spring in, new shifter bushings, and we are making sure that the notch faces forward and just dropping it all back in. So with it being spring loaded, we're going to have to hold it down and move this lower plate down until it lines up. It was a little hard trying to do this one-handed, but basically you've got 4 little locating arrows, and those are going to go into the holes on the boot and just snap right into the body. So now we are completely done with the shifter rebuild. We've got the last little broken clips we needed. We can go ahead and finish up the doors and get the rest of the interior put back together.